I mean, I guess at this point I should just go ahead and confess. That mysterious hacker over on SmackDown, yeah, that was me. And I did it because I want the entire world to know that this sick place is infecting everyone with greed and corruption.
Well, YouTube Essential, place to be, Joe Train, Mr. Andy. Better give you guys the Raw review for October 19th, 2020. The season premiere of Monday Night Raw, along with the go-home show to Monday Night Raw before Hell in a Cell this Sunday. So a lot of things going on. The season premiere of SmackDown was actually pretty good. So now we have the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. How do we kick off the season premiere of Monday Night Raw? We don't give it a half-hour pre-show, but we do go right into it. And we have The Fiend that comes out. Actually, Alexa Bliss is sitting in the ring, and then she introduces that he's here. Let him in. And then the choo-choo, the lights and stuff start coming down. And then all of a sudden the Fiend comes out, does his whole entrance. But then, as the Fiend is in the ring, Retribution comes out. Like, yo, we not even scared of this clown right here. Comes into the ring, then it goes dark. And then it comes back, and then Fiend and Alexa Bliss are gone. So then the Hurt Business comes out, and then they ready for a fight, and they start brawling, and they take out Retribution, and Cedric does a dive and takes them all out on the outside. Commercial break. Now we got an 8-man tag team match player, where we got Retribution taking on the Hurt Business. Actually a pretty decent opener matchup here. I'm not, Mustafa Ali's finally fighting gonna be having Retribution. I'm like, where's the promo? I thought you were gonna start off with that though, but it was still a hot thing to start to the show. There was a commercial spot where both Retribution and Herbert are staring each other down, and then all of a sudden the Fiend lights go out and everything. But yeah, my daughter's a fan of the Fiend. So we come back, they're back at it, still fighting. It didn't really make too much sense to me there. But then Bobby Lashley got T-Bar in the Hurt Lock, and they tapped out. So Retribution already tapping out. The Hurt Business is being protected here. I thought they was going to lose this one, but they got him to tap out. And then there was the Light Squad again. Bray comes back up. The Fiend comes back up on the ropes with him and takes out the rest of Retribution. Takes out Slapjack. Takes out Mace, and then Mustafa Ali is out there, but then he's about to get the Sister Abigail to him. But then T-Bar comes in and tries to choke slam him, but he gets Animal Claw and gets taken out by the Fiend. So good. I thought everything was a decent opener. I thought seeing the Herberts win, it makes me happy, to say the least. So they made it look strong and everything like that. But then the Retribution coming out and not being afraid of Fiend, it's trying to give him a little bit of credibility, stuff like that. I want to hear what Mustafa Ali has to say afterwards. AJ Styles comes out with huge dude. This guy was the ninja that killed Tozawa, had that black ninja guy, and this was the security guard that Shane Man had for Raw Underground. So now he's here accompanied AJ Styles, got the suit on, got the chain. His name was Jordan something. This man is freakishly big, okay? Like AJ Styles comes to like right here, literally on this man, okay? So as AJ Styles is sitting there talking and cut the promo about Messiah and everything like that, I think this is him being the new savior for Monday Night Raw. We have Matt Riddle coming out for a match, bro. So the match gets on their way. Actually, a pretty decent start to the matchup. AJ Styles is on the outside. Matt Riddle's on the apron about to go give him a running kick, and then the big guy just stands there and it kind of freaks out Riddle. So AJ with this dude, it's kind of like a Langston, a Larry Hughes, but better, okay, because or like with the chance of that, I like the gimmick of a bodyguard, but they got to look the part of a bodyguard, you know what I'm saying, like that. But the point, even before the match even started, I kind of got ahead of myself. Is that the referee's telling him he has to leave, and he ain't moving, and he said, "I'm gonna give you to the count of 5." He just grabs the hand. He says, "Look, I just want to do my job. I just want to get here and just do my job. Please, just listen." So he just stands on the outside. Mario goes to the outside. He looks like he's about to ball fist him and hit him, but then Mario goes back into the ring, gets insecure by AJ. Is it insecure or Pele kick by AJ Styles? Goes right to the Styles Clash, and AJ Styles wins the matchup. So that's how it took off. So I can actually see this thing, being pretty decent. Drew McIntyre's backstage. He's a little promo about Randy Orton. Talk about something that, he never been in Hell in a Cell match before, but he's earned everything, that Randy was handed everything, and I'm going to be a fighting champion, and I'm not going to be scared of him at Hell in a Cell, which is understandable for Drew McIntyre. Stuff like that. I think honestly, that may be the Hell in a Cell match that I am least looking forward to. Bayley and Sasha Banks definitely, and definitely Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. Those are the Hell in a Cell matches I'm looking forward to. That's the one that I think Vince is going to put all the eggs in the basket with, maybe. And this is going to be just that one that's going to be like, you have a couple of decent spots, but it's still people understand it's still a Randy Orton match. Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Lana. Are we serious here? Asuka wins with the Asuka lot. Nia Jax basically come out there and jump Lana, and guess what happens? Even after a championship opportunity, they pick up Lana, and she goes where? Through the announce table again. This is just so messed up for Lana. So messed up for Lana. We come back, and Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax stay in the ring. Talk about something. We are the most dominant tag team. We run the women's division on Raw and on SmackDown. Anybody can come see us. And then we get Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke and the Riot Squad and Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. Why did we get Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans? You could have just kept the Iconics together because it was the most legit tag team that you probably had next to the Riot Squad, and y'all broke them up to send Billy Kay to SmackDown, and then now Peyton Royce is looking for a what? Partner. Fatal 4-way tag team match, player. So it's a fatal 4-way match that honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, this team didn't interest me at all. Nia Jax hits a Samoan drop on Lacey Evans after it got really close because Lacey Evans was about to pin Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott was about to pin Lacey Evans, but then they pull Ruby Riott off, and then Shayna basically gives the Caribou clutch on the outside. Nia Jax goes in, and then she gets some more drops Lacey Evans, and then picks up the victory here. So that's what happens. Elias is out next, and it's time. Who wants to walk with Elias with the Thunderdome? So he actually has a new song. He's performing a song called Amen. So he actually got up there, got like a whole band out there. He actually performing. Song didn't sound that half bad, I had to say the least. But then he wants to perform another song off his album, and then one of his guitarists is just not cooperating with what Elias wants to do. And then it comes to find out once the guitar takes off his disguise, it's Jeff Hardy who switches the guitar at Elias. So we got this rivalry going on with Jeff Hardy and Elias. They're probably going to have a matchup at Hell in a Cell. But they didn't say anything yet because, like I said, they've only promoted the Hell in a Cell matches at Hell in a Cell. So, are we going to have a pay-per-view of just 3 matches and we give them the most time ever? Or are they going to just do like a last-minute thing onto there? I'm kind of curious. Because this is the go-home show. Just saying, you know. Tucker's backstage with Miz and says, you've done everything you can to get me away from Otis on Raw. Got Mandy over here on Raw away from Otis, and then now you're delaying the case and stuff like that. And Miz is like, look, let's see, I know how to play the game, stuff like that, so it doesn't matter. Otis is going to lose that Money in the Bank. And by the way, we got a tag team match tonight, and you can't even go find a partner. So we got to figure out who's going to be Tucker's partner tonight against Miz and John Morrison. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods come out, and then they are talking about, hey, look, a lot of things have changed. Last year, Xavier Woods had his the injury to his meniscus. Oh no, his it don't matter. His injury, and then Kofi's like, you know what? Then the New Day has broken up. It Woods talk about how 2020 has been a garbage year, and we get all of that stuff. But then finally. Sheamus comes out, and Sheamus is like, you know, hey, wait a minute. So y'all on Raw and the Big E's on SmackDown. So, you know what I'm saying? So you broke your up, so you're not as strong, basically. And then, you know, Kofi said he's going to kick his ashy ass, with these, I forgot what stickers he had on. So we get Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus the first time they're building up in like 10 years. I don't know how accurate that is, but I do know they had a rivalry in 2010, and they actually had a tables match in 2010 in Money in the Bank. Was it Money in the Bank or Extreme Rules? One of them for a championship. They used to have good matches. This one was alright. After a while, Kofi Kingston hits the Trouble in Paradise to Sheamus and picks up the win here. So a good win for Sheamus on that. Titus O'Neil looks the part and wants to be part of the Hurt Business and take him worldwide. And then MVP says, yeah, we're in business, but Bobby don't let go of his hand. He's shaking it, and they beat down Titus O'Neil. So it looks like we still got some room for the Hurt Business. And he did name drop Ricochet, but we didn't see Ricochet on the show at all tonight. At least I didn't. So I don't know what's going on with that. I still think they should get a woman, and they should probably get Naomi and probably, help her career. I think getting Naomi, especially since you got Mia Yim still on Retribution, I would get Naomi. Mustafa Ali is backstage, and he finally gives us the promo. And Mustafa Ali is talking about. I thought it was a good segment because promo in the ring and stuff like that. I think it was a good segment of him letting everybody know that look, I'm the one who can control a button and a switch and the secrets. And since the secret's out, I was the SmackDown hacker. Okay, he lets everybody know he was the SmackDown hacker. Okay, and then now he went and found these guys that I was sitting at home because they didn't know what to do with Mustafa Ali for all this time for this sick business, corrupt business, which y'all, by the way, are getting paid from. But the thing's all messed up anyway. So he found the people that hasn't been getting treated fairly, like Don Dijakovic, who had multiple matches with Keith Lee, Dio Mandan, who I understand will be on there. Shane Thorne, I can understand that too. Me and him, I don't know. Me and him been doing pretty good. So it's kind of fall apart. But I think Mustafa Ali did cut a nice little promo back here for the backstage segment. So I will give him that. So we got a tag team matchup now, player, where we got Miz and Morrison out there, and they're waiting for Tucker to come out and show us his partners. And it's El Gran Grande, one of the greatest luchadors that ever lived, and it's clearly Otis in a luchador mask and cape. And then he was just like, that's clearly Otis. He says, look, you have disgraced that Money in the Bank briefcase. He still got the lunchbox with him. And then, he was calling him all kinds of things. He says, well, look, I'm going to make sure you get that Money in the Bank briefcase off of you. Then they have a matchup. So the matchup was pretty much a bit of nothing here. Otis does hit the Caterpillar on the Miz and the Vader Bomb. Picks up the win. Backstage, he is dancing with Tucker and Mandy Rose. So, screw the draft, like I said. We on the season premiere of Raw, and Otis, who's on SmackDown, is just bring Otis on Raw, because him by himself, let some shenanigans happen where he loses the Money in the Bank briefcase, and just bring Otis on Raw. Because first of all, you should never broke up Heavy Machinery because you need tag teams. Okay, the whole thing with him and Mandy Rose was fine. Should never broke them up neither. But I'm just saying, like this is it. They weren't going to commit to this, and WWE was not going to commit to this. But I guess it was just nice to have the draft episodes anyway. Keith Lee is taking on Braun Strowman since the exhibition match didn't end in the exhibition fashion. But this match was much more boring than the exhibition encounter, I should call that. And Braun Strowman, his ribs are hurt from selling from the Roman Reigns chair shots, which I appreciate that happened on Friday. Keith Lee tries to give a powerbomb. Strowman low blows him with his head. Referee doesn't pick it up. Big boot to Keith Lee. And I don't know if he hit a power slam or not, but then he pins him for 3. Keith Lee kicks it. He does the Hogan kick out at 3, but it's still 3. Strowman wins. So this is what we're doing with Keith Lee now. And then he goes and low blows Strowman, says, no, it ain't done. That's not how we do things. And stuff like that. You talk about you want to be a monster, you want to cheat like this. So yeah, he's getting real mad, but not feeling already what's happened to Keith Lee on the main roster. I'm just telling you that right now. Just not feeling that joint. And this is so this is going to be happening. I'm like, oh. The Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt is here. He said, I hate to leave all my friends on SmackDown, but I met some new friends on Raw. And he showed a clip of him beating up Retribution and everything. And then they talked to Rambling Rabbit, talks about he has a wife. He's like, I know you was married. I promise to be a better friend this time. Then we got to introduce somebody. Alexa Bliss comes in there with her Freddy Krueger sweater. And then, now she's going to be part of it. And then now, bye. See you next time. All type of stuff like that. They lowered the obnoxious red Hell in a Cell. I'm like, it looked kind of cool when they did it like 2 years ago. But I'm like, but now they're going to keep doing it. And I'm just like, okay. But, I guess to give you that ambiance, I guess. Randy Orton cuts a promo in there and says, Drew said I never earned anything, but I've been in 7 Hell in a Cell matches, and he runs down Mark Henry, which by the way is in the Thunderdome along with Ric Flair and Big E. And then he wants Sheamus, John Cena twice, okay? The Undertaker and everything like that. And he said, the Undertaker, I earned his respect. So, but then Drew McIntyre comes out. Randy Orton has the door locked, so he's like locked in the cage. But then Drew McIntyre can't get in, so he's making all threats like, you want to come beat me up and come inside the cage right now. Drew McIntyre gets the bolt cutters and comes over and then clips the bolts off. And then now Orton's in the ring with the chairs like he's ready for McIntyre and just goes off. So we don't get no brawl inside the cage or no teasing inside the cage, no Claymore kicks or nothing. It just goes off like that. So I'm excited for Hell in a Cell, to see 2 matches out. This particular match, I'm not Drew never been in Hell in a Cell before, and Randy Orton has been in a lot of them, but they're Randy Orton matches. So, like, I think his best one was with Jeff Hardy. I think that was his best Hell in a Cell matchup, in my personal opinion. And the one with the Undertaker was a pretty dope one also. That's when they had the old school Hell in a Cell. But that was Raw. But you know what? For me, Raw gets a slight pass this week because I did like the Retribution Hurt Business Fiend stuff, and I did you know, I appreciate it. It was a lot of filler, which Raw usually is. The 3 out of 4 match is not going to work, but it don't get a heavy pass. I think it's like a slight. I don't want to say too much to fail too much. When it comes to the women's matchup, and when it comes to, I mean, I didn't hate Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus type thing, but I've seen it before, and I mean it's been a while since I've seen that particular one. But the Keith Lee and Strowman stuff, you know, didn't pay off like I wanted it to. The oldest thing was stupid. Elias and the concept that was kind of cool with Jeff Hardy and stuff like that, and then Asuka with the and AJ. No, I'm sorry. I'm sitting as I think back about it now. It just wasn't that much good stuff as I'm going back on in that I must have liked. But you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna call Raw neutral because I really don't want to give a thumbs down, but I really don't want to give a thumbs up neither. But post out in the comments down below how do you guys feel about Monday Night Raw. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE content right here on NC Studios. Once again, this is NC Place to Be. Chill, Train, Restrain, D.